Welcome back to my channel Twigs English. Today we are going to read about a poem by William Wordsworth, that is A Slumber Did My Spirit Still. This is the first poem of Lucy Poems series by William Wordsworth. So before going to the main poem, we just like to have a brief introduction about the poet William Wordsworth. Though you know quite well about William Wordsworth, he was the inaugurator or the pioneer of a new movement in English poetry, and this movement was known as Romantic Revival, and William Wordsworth was the pioneer of this movement. William Wordsworth, in collaboration with Samuel Taylor Coleridge, another great romantic poet, published lyrical ballads, and this lyrical ballads was the manifesto of this new type of poetry that was denoted or influenced by Romantic Revival. So let's have a look over the subjects of his poetry, subjects of William Wordsworth's poetry. William Wordsworth deep a profound relationship with nature and man, and his spiritual development living in this world are the subjects of his poetry. That is, his relationship with nature, spirituality are the main subject matters that dominated William Wordsworth's poetry. You know that in Lucy Poem series there are total 5 poems. The first 4 was published in lyrical ballads, and the rest one was published in 1805 in poems. So let's proceed to the poem. A slumber did my spirit still. I had no human fear. She seemed a thing that could not feel. She touched the touch of earthly years. No motion has she now, no force. She neither hears nor sees, rolled round in earth's diurnal course, with rocks and stones and trees. A slumber. What is slumber? A slumber is a trance-like state, that is slightly sleep or slight sleep. Did my spirit still? Still means blocked. The slumber, that is a trance-like state, is a feeling that crept into the mind of the poet, that made him quite unmoved to the sensation of the external world. This feeling came into the poet's mind for the death of Lucy, who was Wordsworth's beloved. I had no human fear. She seemed a thing that could not feel the touch of earthly years. I had no human fears. She has died, that is, Lucy has died, and thus she has become one with the nature, has become a part of nature. The mortal time, that is the relentless marching of time, cannot touch her now. She is free from all earthly cares, anxieties. So the poet has no fear for her earthly sufferings. He is beyond the reach of earthly sufferings. She seemed a thing that could not feel the touch of earthly years. Let's proceed to the second paragraph. No motion she now, no force she neither hears nor sees, rolled down in earth's diurnal course with rocks and stones and trees. No motion. This is suggesting that Lucy is motionless, that is, she was dead. Here the suggestion is clearly that of Lucy's death. Lucy was once full of life and vigor, but she is no more. She has become a part of nature. She is not an animated being now after her death. She neither hears nor sees rolled round in earth's diurnal course with rocks and stones and trees. After her death, she has become motionless. She has now no difference between her and the earthly inanimate objects. She is now whirled along with rocks and stones and trees in the diurnal motion of the earth. Just like all inanimate objects are moving around the nature, moving around the earth. Similarly, in the same way, Lucy, just like an inanimate object, doing the same task. The Earth's diurnal course here refers to the general diurnal rotation of the Earth, a natural phenomena. This is why she is nothing but an inanimate object in the nature, and thus would rolled round the earth with all the objects like rocks, stones, and the trees with the course of the journey, just like a natural phenomena, nothing to be considered like a living entity. So this was today's presentation. I think this was quite easy to read. So a question came to our mind generally: who was Lucy actually? Though there is not any clear indication by the poet about the identity of Lucy, the personal tone is quite noticeable throughout the poem. Many critics say that Lucy was Annette Ballon, Wordsworth's Prince Mistress. Some group of critics think that Lucy was Peggy Hutchinson, the sister of Mary, who was to become William Wordsworth's wife in 1802. So this much was today's presentation. If you like it, don't forget to give a thumb, and if you like, you can subscribe my channel to get more and more such poem analysis for different competitive exams, NET, SET, and other exams where these are the pertinent